Hey everyone, Stubbzilla here, and this is something new. This is episode 1 of a Denver Nuggets NBA 2K15 GM career mode. I think it's my GM this year. I think it's my GM, so we'll go with that. But yeah, so a little bit of background as to why this is a series. I've always been a fan of basketball. Get on that. Hockey, basketball. What on earth next? Football? Yeah, why not? But I've always been a fan of basketball. I'm 6'6" myself, and so growing up in the UK, if you're taller than 6 foot, you're assumed to be a basketball player. Don't ask me why, or that you at least enjoy basketball. And that, funnily enough, that was a correct assumption, because I grew up next to a guy who ended up playing college ball in America, which is really weird for someone in the UK at all, let alone someone who is from my town, which is like, I don't even think it touched 15,000 people. So yeah, really weird. And he taught me how to play basketball from when I was about 4 years old to when I was about 11, and then that's when he left. But he was an older neighbor and stuff. But yeah, coolest guy, Dan Taylor. If you ever heard of him, then you heard of him, you know where it's at. But with this, we're going to go with the Denver Nuggets. Denver, not entirely sure why. They had lowish overall, and from what I can tell, they kind of were almost there, and then they kind of fell off a little bit. So we're going to be shaking things up. Now, I've already done a couple of trades, and I'm going to just go to the rosters here. Roster. Okay, so you'll notice immediately that Ty Lawson and Gallinari aren't in that little bit of the lineup there, and I'll explain why. Ty Lawson and Gallinari, along with the first round pick from us, got traded to Orlando for Victor Oladipo and Tobias Harris. It was and 2 seconds from Orlando as well. It was a trade that just came up in the trade finder when I was shopping around Ty Lawson, and that trade came up when it put in Gallinari in a pick and threw me back Oladipo and Harris, and I added the 2 picks in there, and Orlando went with it. So I was not going to turn that down, to be honest with you. You'd be an idiot too. So I took those 2 guys. Wilson Chandler we're going to keep for now. I like Wilson Chandler. More on that later. Who else? We picked up Kendall Marshall to play the point for us, and obviously in Ty Lawson's absence, between him and Jermaine Nelson, I feel like we got a sort of good pass first kind of guys. That's the kind of guy I like to play the one guard spot. So I'm very happy to have Kendall Marshall, considering his badges as well. You know, he's got Lob, Pittero Maestro, Dimer, along with floor general as well. So to pick him up off free agency, 23 years old, 75 overall, yeah, he's someone who could be pretty big for us from now until, you know, and going on as well. And the last trade, so Darrell Arthur went, I think we shopped into LA, and we got Houston's first and Carlos Boozer. I brought in Boozer for a bit of extra defense, plus it's an expiring contract, so we can maybe renew him on a year-to-year basis, who knows. I don't know if defense, maybe Boozer, who knows. Certainly not a perimeter defender, but he's a big body, and you know, he'll be good scoring off the bench as well. We needed a 4 essentially, because Steve Novak is offense, so you know, we needed a bit of a nasty guy in the inside there as well. So Boozer, we welcome him. Speaking of Novak, we traded out Randy Foye for Novak because we got OKC's first round 17th along in that trade as well. Again, good scoring. Can't really expect much more. And we got Fareed, so defense, offense, athleticism for days with Fareed, to be honest. He's going to be someone who, obviously, this whole thing is built around. You know, JJ Hickson and Nurkic are in here as well. Nurkic is obviously a franchise player. You know, 20 years old, 78 overall center. You know, he's going to be a center for well, probably for the duration of this series, depending on obviously his performances. But I'm just looking down it. I mean, it's a good young team. It's got experience where it needs it. It's got players who have been in the league for a while as well. So maybe playoffs, but I mean we know the West is hard. So I mean, what can you do? If we were an Eastern Conference team, then maybe, but we're not. So who knows? But yeah, that's kind of the makeup. Let's just go to our game plan here as well. And I'll talk to you a little bit about how the team is going to be constructed through this franchise series as well. With regards to draft classes, I used one from a user on operationsports.com. It looks like a really good draft class. I've used it in one other GM, but it looks really, really good. He makes a load of alterations to it. He's constantly updating it, and I think he goes sort of deep into, I think he's got years 2, 3 and 4 done as well. So 4 years before we have to start generating our own rookies. That's not too bad. But the starting 5 will be Marshall, Oladipo, Harris, Farid and Nurkic. Wilson Chandler, I said more on him later, but we might as well go over it now. I like what Wilson Chandler could probably bring in terms of coming off the bench. It's sort of built into him that he is an all-round guy, and that means obviously defense, bit of offense as well. I just like what he brings as a sixth man. I don't know what to say than that. I think it's a position that he's suited to. I don't think he's ever going to be elite, but that's not to say that he's completely useless, So I'm quite happy to have him in there. But the makeup of the team as a whole, you can look. I mean, I'm a big fan of pass first point guards, so Kendall Marshall seems perfect for that in this context. But Oladipo, he's sort of like the cornerstone of the franchise, and the two reasons is fierce competitor, legendary work ethic. There you go. That's competitiveness, work ethic. Farid again has pretty much the same competitor, high work ethic, heart and soul, laid back and low ego. That's what I want. I want low maintenance, high working guys. They're the kind of guys that are going to get us to a championship, I think. We're going to build outwards from these guys. Harris is again low maintenance, laid back. Boozer, obviously, he's a bit unpredictable. Yeah, there you go. So exactly in the badge. Jermaine Nelson, I liked him because he's got the mentor. Helps younger players stay focused on the game when they commit mistakes. Quite happy to obviously have him running with obviously some younger guys. And especially with running with Kendall Marshall as well. If he can sort of be a mentor to Marshall as well as some of the other younger guys in the squad, then we're in business. But it's a young starting 5. I don't think anyone's in dispute there. It's only going to be something that gets better for us, and we're going to be rotating in experience off the bench. So I'm quite happy with the makeup of the franchise. If you guys have any trade ideas, bearing in mind our ethos, our hardworking, legendary work ethic type ethos, then by all means leave them in the comments, and by all means leave a thumbs up, leave a like, and this, that and the other. Scouting, training, scouting is going to be something obviously we can get into as the season progresses, obviously when the staff comes up. I don't know where too much to go from here. Shall we do the first game against the Pistons as just a sim? Let's simulate through the date. I failed a goal. That's to be expected. I made a lot of trades. That sucks. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So let's just simulate the first game here with Simcast, Detroit Pistons. This might be something that I sort of maybe do 4 games and highlights for again, similar to the NHL series. Another video from that series will be coming very soon. But let's just simulate this with Simcast. Let's just see how this goes. Come on. Alright. Simulate game. Here we go. Not a good start. Come on, guys. What's happening? Yeah, we're tying it up. No, it's gonna be a barnstorm. I think it's gonna be close all the way. Second half. Can we put a run together? Ooh, yeah. Can we pull away? No. They dragged us back into it. We're not letting them get away though. We're not letting them get away though. Go on. Yes. Okay. There we go. So that's a good win. An overtime win, but Wilson Chandler had a big game apparently. 19 and 6. Okay. Very good. Fareed had 18. Boozer had 15. Bench getting it done. Harris had 15. Hickson had 10. Oladipo only had 10. 34 minutes as well. That's not great, but I'll allow it. Marshall 4 turnovers, not great, but 13 assists. Like, that's almost hit a double-double. I mean, 4 turnovers, that's not great, but that'll improve in time. But 13 assists, wow, that's a good debut game. I love Death from Above 1979, but come on. Romantic Rights is a great album. If you've not heard that full album, go listen to it. Barton had 6 points. Nelson had 6 and 9. Wow, no turnovers from Nelson either. That's a really good game from him. 9 assists on 13 minutes. Wow, that's a really good game from Nelson. 13 rebounds from Nurkic. 2 blocks. Yeah. Okay. This team's only going to get better as well. Look at that suit though. What am I hoping to accomplish here with the Denver Nuggets? Consistently improve on multiple champions. Consistently improve. Let's just go a bit neutral. Yeah, the press doesn't like me, whatever. But Mark Green does, and he's going to keep me in a job at the end of the day. So I'm going to leave that one there, guys. But by all means, as I say, any comments at all, please leave them. Please leave likes. Get at me, you know, and hopefully we can do some more good stuff. I'm thinking we're maybe going to just do Simcast for now, but maybe further on down the line we'll get into it. Maybe do a couple of Sims, then a Simcast, I don't know. But that'll be it from me, guys, and yeah, go Nuggets. We'll see you very soon, guys. Thanks for watching.